Good evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger Football. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff, Steve Fust on the camera for the first quarter. Paul Sprague will take it later. We are at the 7th game of the season, the last Friday night game of this year at Strongfield, where Hand is going to be playing North Haven tonight. North Haven is a 5-1 team. Hand is now 6-0 with their big win last week against Sheehan. Frank, two good teams back to back.
You bet they certainly are. The only team, like you say, is the North Haven lost to is Sheehan. So don't know the score of that game. I don't think it was a real blowout or anything. So who knows what we're going to have. The wind conditions are going to be something here. The overall weather conditions are going to take effect. So it should be an interesting night, Ken.
We might add that the breeze is blowing at about 30 knots off of Long Island Sound tonight, so there is a strong wind, but it's a clear night and fairly warm for this late in the season.
Well, and to boot with that, I don't think we'll see any moisture build up from dew on the grass, so it should make for some fairly good footing down there, I think, Ken.
It might be interesting on long passes and punts and things of that nature, but it shouldn't affect Hand's strong ground game. We will have the national anthem and get this game underway.
The band and things.
To begin play tonight, we should also acknowledge that in addition to the hand band, we are joined tonight by the Brown School Middle Band. 2 for the price of 1.
Hand has won the coin toss and will get the ball first. North Haven to kick off to Hand.
The officials for
Haven going to the west.
is Larry Griffin.
The wind is blowing straight across the field.
Well, this will be interesting right off the bat. The big man for the team is Jeff DeLucia from North Haven. He does the kicking chores as well.
It's kicked off to Duggan, who picks it up at about the 11, and a reverse. Handed off to Guinapero, who brings it up to the 30.
Well, we haven't seen one of those in a long, long time. Nice job on the handoff by Bobby Duggan.
Bob Duggan handed it off to Guinapero, who brought it up across the 30.
He returns it to the Tigers. 31.
Well, that's good. That starts off nicely. I love seeing that, Ken. Something a little different. We certainly saw a lot of different things out of Sheehan last week, and it was kind of nice to see him start off a little different. What do you think the first play will be?
Run off a right tackle, Frank. That's what we normally see.
I don't know. Let's
Mark
see.
Gumkowski at quarterback. Motion man is Hopkins, and run off a right tackle. And a gain of about a yard by Eric Hamill, tailback.
I don't know, Ken. I think you're lucky tonight. I hope you bought a lottery ticket. You called that play just right. Oh, there goes the twin bands downstairs.
We're going to have a lot of noise in the background here, Frank. We got the Brown School band as well as the Hand High School band.
Oh, we love it. It's great for all those kids. A lot of high school band members remember being in junior high, and what a great feeling it was to come to one of these games and participate. The Brown School kids have it to look forward to.
We had a penalty on that first play, Frank. It was a 2-yard gain by Eric Hamill, a motion penalty. It was declined by North Haven. So second down and 8 at the 33.
Well, that's interesting. You started 1st and 8, huh?
Pitch this time to Hamill, swinging to the right, trying to make the corner and only gains a yard.
Well, they were keyed right on him. Defense right off the bat, keyed on number 22. Have to watch. One thing is, again, this Jeff DeLucia goes both ways and does special teams. Top running back for him and gets a lot of press, kicks, plays safety also. He was keyed on Eric as well. Saw him watching to be the follow-on.
We have Damian Turton at fullback, 3rd and 7 for Hand. Gumkowski rolling left and trying to go around the corner. He's got a little bit. And it looks like he's got a first down.
Beautiful job. He held
Crosses
it
the 40.
Did a nice job on that. Was his option, looking for an open player, and he didn't see it quite open up enough, and then he drew everybody to him and got the corner.
Mark Gumkowski needed 7 yards and gained 8. Ball at the 41. The first down of the game. We're early in the game, no score. Hand's first possession.
The tomahawk comes to this side, Kent.
Mark Gumkowski hands off to Turton, who goes through the middle for about 4. Crosses the 45.
And Carroll was the ball
Well, one thing I just noticed on that play, too, of course, it was, again, very standard kind of play. Damian did a great job coming through the blockers, but almost a late hit in there by one of the safeties. That was Thomas, number 20, kind of late, I thought, coming in there. They probably keyed up that much.
So Turton is out, and Dan Carroll is in at the fullback position. And off to Carroll. Carroll goes forward for about 3, about the 49.
nice to see Dan in there. Dan has really done some yeoman work this year, I think, for him. As a matter of fact, didn't get a lot of carries the last couple of games, but boy, he has really done a good job through the year. Nice to see him in there switching off.
They're down for Hand, and they need about 1.5 yards for a first down. They need to cross midfield. Pitch to the right to Hamill, and Hamill's got the first down, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and carries the ball, tacklers to almost to the 40.
Boy, did he see that seam open up very nicely in there. They were really going to try to make that quite wide if they could, but it opened up in the middle with the blockers pulling everybody to the left and the right, and he took it right up the middle. Nice job reading that by Eric.
Eric Hamill, a 10-yard gain to the 41. Dan Carroll's back in at fullback. Gumkowski's looking to throw. Now he brings it down, and he's running up the middle. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, heading to the outside. And Gumkowski's got one man to beat, and he takes it to the 15.
How about that? Nice job out there. He also, I love the way he stopped to try to see if he could get DeLucia to go by him. Didn't quite bite on it. He's a real good athlete, that DeLucia. But nice move by Mark all the way.
Mark Gumkowski, they marked it at the 16-yard line. A long gain on another first down.
That's going to bode well as we go down the guidelines here, I think.
Mark Gumkowski, the quarterback, hands off to the first man, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and gains a couple. And that's Dan Carroll carrying the ball.
I'll tell you what, it's going to work. If they do that, fake to him a little bit, do kind of a quick out, like Tommy Hopkins going up, that was wide open. As soon as they thought there was a run happening, everybody collapsed right on the center there for the defense.
So Dan Carroll gains about 3.5 yards, and the ball's at about the 12. And Gumkowski's rolling right, keeps the ball. Now he's running and breaks a tackle, breaks another one inside the 5, down to about the 1.
Almost. It'll be a first down.
That will be a first down for Hand just outside the goal, and Mark Gumkowski was carrying tacklers with him on that run.
Well, I'll tell you, there again is a case with Eric coming out wide for a pitch, and they were keyed right on him. 3 players, I think. It looks like they've got 3 of the one linebacker and at least a safety, maybe a corner, all keying on Eric, and that opened it up for Mark.
First down on the 1, and no secret here. Dan Carroll takes it into the end zone. Right over right guard, right
Merry
tackle.
Christmas, Carol. How about that?
Right behind the big guys there. That would have been Anderson and Mason and Hevesy in the middle of the line.
You know, he made that throw so well. It was such a nice drive across that. It was almost under the goalpost before they stopped. Wow, I can tell my voice already. Give me some trouble here.
The conversion try will be made by Jim Willis.
Tough on the kicker, this
And
man.
there's a penalty flag down. The kick was actually left of the left upright. The flag is down.
You know, we were talking before the game, looking over the roster, that number 50 is listed as 339 pounds. We both kind of doubt that. It might be 239, but he's in there playing anyways.
Frank, this is kind of an interesting call here. They got a penalty against North Haven. So they can try the kick over, or they're close enough to try for 2 down here.
Yeah, they really are, and the way they've gone, maybe they ought to try that. This wind is going to be brutal on a kicker.
It's an encroachment penalty against North Haven.
Well, that looks like they're keeping Jimmy in there.
Jim Willis moves the kicking tee up to about the 8, and we'll retry the conversion.
And then we've got
Tim Hevesy snapping, Ryan Milligan holding.
and Milligan's knees down, so we know it's not a fake.
And
Oh, beauty.
he kicked that one about out in the parking lot.
Oh,
But it's no
beautiful.
good, wide right.
Oh, I thought that hit.
Jim Willis hits it long and high, but it is not through the uprights.
Sorry to get excited over that, kid, but he had some distance on that.
Hand leads 6-0 with 7:17 left in the first quarter, and North Haven hasn't had the ball yet.
Wow, right there we had.
So early in the the game on Hand's first possession. They march it right down the field and put it in the end zone, but do not get the conversion. Jim Willis kicking off. He hits a ground ball to the left side, a big hop at the 32, and run to the left, right up near the 40.
Well, for their first possession, they're going to have some pretty good field position out there. I think Jimmy, again, did the squib kick to try to keep it out of the hands of their backmen, which is Thomas and DeLucia. Smart thing to do. Those guys with that breakaway speed, apparently, the two of them. Boy, I'll tell you, everybody that's home seeing this Monday night, there's not a man up here in the press box that's not having their eyes watering right now with this win.
We're about to get blown off of the top of the press box tonight. So North Haven runs a counter back to the near side and takes it across the 40 to about the 41. Short gain, tackled by Duggan and Turton.
Well, that play took a long time to kind of take hold, and I don't know whether that was their executing of the play and just being cautious of what it was, but gave Hand plenty of time to see what was happening.
And the defensive line for Hand are Chris Frey and Mike Anderson on the near side, Rob Mason and Tim Hevesy on the far side, the front four, and this is going to be a run to the right. And met right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, nice job.
And that looked like Guinapero, who came up to meet the ball carrier.
The G-Man, he came in and brought him down.
So no gain.
Oh, nice job.
That will bring up a 3rd and 9 for North Haven.
I haven't even taken the time to look up in my papers here how big that DeLucia is. Have to do that soon, but I'm afraid the papers will blow off up here.
So DeLucia is number 11. He's the tailback in the I formation for North Haven. He's a good running back.
Certainly a passing opportunity if they do it.
North Haven's going to run right up the middle, and they're going to be way short of a first down.
I think what they're doing is planning on Hand maybe spreading out a little bit to look for the pass. And
so Mac Dolan and Tom Malik cover the ball carrier, but a gain of only a couple of yards. Bring up 4th and 5 for North Haven at the 44. Dropping back for Hand to receive a punt. Or Guinapero deep, and in front of him is Bob Duggan.
3 men back.
Good snap and a good kick, and it's going to be fielded about the 20 by Guinapero, who swings to the right. Gets a little bit of an opening to bring it back across the 30 to the 33.
Yeah, he did a nice job on that, did the G-Man. There wasn't a lot. It was good coverage filtering down through there by the defensive pursuit team, and there really wasn't long. He got as much out of that as I think you could expect somebody to get out of a run back.
So he fielded that back just across the 20 and brought it up to the 33. Hand's second possession. First one for North Haven was 3 and out on a punt.
Interesting set.
And a mix up in the backfield. Did that ball get handed off cleanly? Yes, it did. Gumkowski and Hamill collided in the backfield.
Yeah, that was an interesting set. I don't know if you see that. Turton from his full position was over on a slot, as was Hopkins and Guinapero out here, I believe.
So a 2-yard loss for Hand. This time Hands puts 2 receivers to the near side of the field, Duggan and Hopkins. And Gumkowski hands off on a delay to Hamill, who gains maybe 3.
That's Hamill with the carry.
Well, a little bit different than you normally see too, but it didn't really fool North Haven much. Did get him 3 yards positive, really, but Hand was trying to spread the field again, see if they could open up. Didn't happen.
That will bring up a 3rd and long for Hand. 3rd and 9. They're just outside the 34. Gumkowski's looking to throw across the middle. There's his man, incomplete. Hopkins got his hands on it but couldn't bring it down.
Well, the old Tomahawk tried to draw that in, but he also tried to move upfield a little bit at the same time, I think.
He was trying to get the first down before he got the ball on that play.
Good try though, Tommy, baby.
4th down for Hand. Punt formation for Dan Glenn. North Haven drops 2 men back to take the punt. Good snap by Hevesy, and high kick. Going to float to the near sideline, go out of bounds at about the 38.
Well, didn't get a lot, but definitely the wind took that because it was way up in the air and gave the wind plenty of time to pick up on that punt.
That punt may have started in the middle of the field, Frank, and the wind took it clear out of bounds on the near side.
Yeah, I know he wasn't aiming for the sidelines. Basically, it went as far to the side as it did forward.
So we got 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and Hand has scored first.
Well, that was
leading 6-0.
An anemic series for Hand on that one, but it wasn't because of the defense. It was Hand's own miscues.
Motion man this time.
Oh, interesting.
And run right up the middle, and not much there, maybe a yard at most.
Boy, oh
Closing
boy.
that down is Mike Anderson, 76, made the initial contact.
Okay, that was the changeover a little bit. The North Haven trying, they know again, because of the publicity, DeLucia would be the normal guy keyed on, so they gave it back to number 2 guy, sent DeLucia wide so that anybody that was playing him man-to-man would have gone with it. Hand did not bite.
So a 1-yard gain. They're strong to the far side of the field, and the runner goes through, makes a little yardage, and carries a tackler with him. He's going to be about 2 short of a first down.
Yeah, he did a nice job of that running, and Hand did not get him down well. There were 2 or 3 shots at him.
That will bring up a 3rd down for North Haven, and they need close to 2.
Guarantee you we'll see that play again, because that one worked as far as North Haven's concerned.
High formation quarterback keep, and he's right near a first
Well,
down.
it'll depend on the spot. It's going to be right there.
Boy, he got met head on by one of the inside linebackers.
Tommy, the Hammer Malik.
Malik.
Oh, the bludgeon. We can't call him a hammer because we call Eric that.
Got just enough for a first down. That was North Haven's first down of the game.
Maybe Tommy Mayhem Malik. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Ball at the 49.
So be it.
North Haven strong to the near side of the field this
nice
time.
cut in.
And a good cut, and the man breaks a tackle, heading for the end zone. Guinapero's got a shot at him, but it will not get him. North Haven, a long run, a 50-yard run for North Haven, puts it in the end zone, and that kid can fly.
That kid can motor, and you could see him really turning on the afterburners as he saw some open space. And he did run away from Danny on that, and that's hard to do.
He broke a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage, and then Guinapero was the last man who had a shot at him and could not catch him.
And is having trouble wrapping, I think, on the tackles. Seems to have been the problem all year, but you're not going to be able to do that. It's got to be sure when you bring that kid down. And by the way, Kent, that's the first touchdown in the first period against Hand this season so far.
In the 7th game and the first touchdown in the first quarter.
That's right.
So North Haven takes a timeout before the conversion. So North Haven with a long run, a little over 50 yards, and they're coming out for the conversion. Yes, they will kick.
DeLucia's going to try the kick.
And their good tailback who scored the touchdown is also their conversion kicker. Snap is back and the kick is up. Good high kick, and the kick is good, and North Haven takes the lead, 7-6.
Now the wind almost took it, but almost don't count again, so this is an interesting game already, Ken.
We have 1:50 left in the first quarter, and Hand is 1 point down. Hand will get the ball back with 1:50 left on the clock. Duggan and Guinapero are back deep. DeLucia will kick off for North Haven. And he hits a driving kick. It's going to be over the head of Duggan and into the end zone. Touchback. Hand will get it at 20.
Wow, that's right. It will be on the 20, and that was one well of a touchback kick right there by that young man. I think we're seeing a young man that's going to play a lot of football through the years if he stays healthy. And since he's a senior, that means in post-high school play. He must have a press agent already the way he was written up in the paper. All right, the Hand band cranks it up.
So Hand 80 yards away and 1:50 left. First quarter. Mark Gumkowski at quarterback. And off to the first man and a good gain. That's about a 10-yard gain, 11-yard gain. First down.
Yeah, nice job. Nice blast off.
That's Damian Turton.
He again got his good blocks. It's going to be up to that front line of hand to control the scrimmage.
So Damian Turton running out of the fullback position. He comes out and Dan Carroll comes in, bringing a play. Pitch this time to Hamill on the right side. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to lose about a yard.
Boy, I think in a little while here they're going to have to use Eric as a decoy. They're really keying on him. Boy, what they might do is try the other side of the field, too.
So Eric Hamill loses about a yard. And Hamill goes across the middle, breaks one tackle, but gains about 3.
Positive yards. Little different look, but again, the linebacker core for North Haven's doing a good job so far.
Third down and 8 for Hand at the 34. Hopkins in the slot left, Duggan wide right. Gumkowski looking for Guinapero, and he's got him right near a first down.
Nice job, G-Man.
Where the referee put his foot down, that should be a first down.
It should. That was the chief force in action. Let's see if that's one of many. Nice job. What we saw out there was Quinny came back out, did a button hook, and fell back. He drove the safety who was guiding him out a little bit deeper, the corner a little bit deeper, and then he button hooked back down, and nice completion, right on the numbers.
And Guinapero stayed deep enough to get the first down. Run right up the middle there, Hamill. Breaks through a crease and gains about 5.
That's Eric Hamill.
All right, it's the kind of breakaway we're going to see a little bit more.
Malberg and DeLucia on the tackle for North Haven.
They mark that to give Hamill about 6 on that play.
One thing will happen, if Hand can keep control of this scrimmage line, keep on going up the field and driving hard, maybe this young man DeLucia is going to start to get tired in the legs. We certainly don't want to see the ball in his hands too much.
I'm not sure why we have a break here, Frank. Do you know?
No, I don't. It's some discussion.
One of the referees is over talking to Coach Philippon on the near sideline.
Mystery to me.
We have 10 seconds left in the third quarter, and the clock is running. If they hurry, they can get it off. Down to 2, and they didn't quite get it off.
Well, here again, they're not going to have to move very far, Ken.
So the first quarter runs out with North Haven 7, Daniel Hand 6. So to begin the second quarter, Hand is just short of midfield. The first man breaks a tackle. That looks like Carroll. He's got a first down.
Another first down. Nice blow off the field again. Right straight up the center.
Dan Carroll for about 5 yards.
There again, they do a couple of flankers off here to the left side. And they were followed by a corner and a linebacker.
I noticed on that timeout, Frank, Coach Steve Stakula cornered all of his linemen over on one side and back to them. Gumkowski rolling. Now he's throwing long, aiming for Hopkins. Overthrown.
A little bit too far.
Incomplete pass.
It's okay. I like seeing that, Ken. First down. Like seeing that breakaway like that. I'll tell you what, though, I think Mark had the tomahawk in mind the whole time. Gwinnett was quite open down here in front of us. That's okay. Tommy was behind him.
That pass is either going to get caught by Hopkins or caught by no one.
That's right. It's one or the other, and that's the way you want it.
So Hopkins and Duggan split to the near side. Gumkowski a delay to Hamill up the middle, a good hole. And Hamill is near a first down.
Beautiful execution on 11 players. I love to see that.
They're going to mark it about a yard short of a first.
Back at the 37.
I tell you, that's one of those plays where all cylinders work very, very well.
Ball at about the 32, but a delay handoff to Eric Hamill, who followed Hevesy and Drennan up the middle, and handed off to Turton, who is across the 35 for a first
That'll be
down.
a first down, and I'll tell you, the defensive players, and they are really trying to stuff that center very, very heavily. A lot of beef up there. I'd say they've got virtually all the 200-pounders they have in the team up there just trying to stuff that run. They're throwing 5 people right up there, Ken.
We probably haven't given Damian Turton enough credit for what he's done this year. He's run the ball well and blocked well.
Probably
And off to Turton again, and Turton meets a man about a yard past the line of scrimmage, driven back.
Turton with the ball.
Now, as you were saying, a lot of times he's quite an unsung hero, as usually fullbacks are, Ken. But we're seeing that he's getting a lot of yardage this year, and that's neat because he wasn't on the squad last year. He was in private school, so he had to come in and learn the system, and he's done a great job of that.
2-yard gain on that last carry. And Mark Gumkowski is going to call a timeout before he runs the next play.
There was a lot of personnel moving in and off the field there, some sort of mix-up.
It's first of the half. Each team has 2 remaining.
And a second down play after the timeout. Gumkowski rolling, looking to throw. Now he throws it incomplete, hits the ground before it got to Damian Turton. Bring up 3rd and long.
Well, that's okay too overall. I mean, it's kind of nice to see a little different aeronautics there going on.
I don't remember Damian Turton as a receiver much in previous games.
Nor do you very often see a full going out like that on a pass play in the hand scheme of things. Kind of nice to see, very refreshing.
3rd and about 8.5. And the ball is snapped and covered by North Haven. Fumble by hand, recovered by North Haven at about the 32.
That's right, that was about the only time I think we've seen that as far as Tiny Tim and Gummy goes this whole season. Bound to happen once in a while.
So Gumkowski came away from center without the ball, and the North Haven team covered it.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of effort to have to cover that because it really bounced right out in the center part of the backfield for the defense.
Ball is between the 32 and 33 for North Haven. And handed off to the first man through, and he's still going forward. A good gain, about 9 yards.
Guys, you got to hit low. You got to get down.
Finally brought down by Mac Dolan and Rob Mason, but a good gain.
Stopped after a gain of 9. Wow. 2nd and 1 at the North Haven 41.
That was very similar to a lot of the plays that Hand does. The fullback does a quick plunge right off the center.
North Haven's got a man split to each side of the field. And a pitch left. Man is going, DeLucia's got the first down, got about 3 or 4 yards. Near the 45.
He's another well-coached running back. You can tell he does not advance against that line at 100% speed. He waits till he has a chance, then he can kick it in a little extra overdrive.
Mark Gumkowski comes in on defense, replacing Eric Hamill, who was in on defense earlier. So North Haven running out of an I formation, very similar to what Hand uses. Handoff right to the middle and a breakthrough and a good gain. And he's got a first down.
Bobby Duggan did a nice job.
And Duggan makes a tackle or he'd still be running.
That's right. He did a solo tackle and like you say, he would have kept on running. That was the Thomas kid. First down again.
So North Haven is moving the ball. They're down to the 44. We have 8.5 minutes left before the half. North Haven's leading Hand by 1 point. Pitch deep to the running back in the backfield, and nothing there.
Nice job by Mac Dolan coming in and turning the play to the inside. He slid the blocker, helped bring him down with Tommy Malik. A beautiful job by Mac.
And Dan Carroll was also right back there with the tackle. So that was a pitch deep in the backfield to give the running back room to pick out the holes, but he didn't have any.
That was the way to read that play, guys. We got a timeout on the field because of equipment, but just a chin strap close. Back we go.
Ball now back to the 47. Second down and 12.
Oh!
Hands lineman move over to fill the holes, and it's a pass play. And
Oh!
the ball is juggled in the air. Are they going to give him the completion on that?
Jeez,
I believe they are. Complete pass. A nice catch because the receiver was being tackled as the ball was still juggled in the air.
Yeah, it was up there. One of the guys could have almost batted that away, but you didn't quite see that happen. It happened so quickly. But interesting, that whole play was the tight end came way across here like he was out of position, and then he went in behind after a fake dive up the center.
That will bring up 3rd and 5 for North Haven at the 39. And a pitch to the left, this time a run left. And the ball carrier still going, and a good tackle. Finally, he is decked over there.
Well, Chris Frey did his job. He came in from his defensive position out there on the defensive end position, turned the running back in, but there were a couple of missed tackles again, Ken.
Mike Anderson and Bob Duggan finished off the play, but another first down for North Haven, moving the ball down to the 33.
Absolutely can't arm tackle that young man.
And it's handed off for the first man right at the middle, and not much there. Gained a yard or two.
They're really doing
and that's Eric Becker who makes the tackle.
They're doing a pretty good job mixing up their plays out there between fullback and tailback. Very similar to the way Hand calls plays, which may not be a mystery. You beat me at my best, and I'll try to beat you at your best.
Oh, Eric Becker and Mac Dolan are playing the corners. The inside linebackers are Dan Carroll and Tom Malik. And a straightforward run. And that one's only going to gain about a yard.
Yeah, I'd like to start seeing our hand kids really rip those tackles out there.
Mike Anderson and Rob Mason get off of that tackle.
Yeah, the offensive line tried to control the scrimmage that time, and our guys played the blocks off and kept it tough in the center.
3rd down and 7 for North Haven at the 30. And the quarterback still got it rolling. Now he's looking to throw incomplete pass.
He had the tight end wide open who came down behind the line. That's the man he should be looking for in that first down situation like that. Didn't really throw the ball very well at all under pressure.
4th down and about 7 for between 6 and 7 for North Haven.
Tell you, the G-man would have liked to have seen that ball stay in the air a little longer. He was coming after it.
And North Haven takes their second timeout. They have one left with 5:27 left in the half. One of our big plays early in the game. 4th down play and almost 7 to go.
Look where number 11 is. He's slotted on the right.
Ball at the 30-yard line, a pass play.
That's where they're trying to get to him.
Looking to throw, incomplete pass, and gets the ball back.
Well, how about that? They had their 2 heavy-duty running backs coming out on the pass patterns, one deep, one shallow, and the quarterback didn't get either one the ball, but they didn't uncover real well. I think he did end up throwing it to Thomas, number 20, the inside guy, and he was being pretty well shadowed by Gwinney out there. I don't think he would have had a chance to turn it upfield if he had caught it.
And the pass was not close to the receiver, so Hand gets the ball over on downs at the 30-yard line, 5:22 left. in the first half. Pitch wide to the right to Hamill. Hamill is tackled near the line of scrimmage.
Boy, I'll tell you, I don't know that call again going to Hand's right-hand side, but that was on the short side of the field. He didn't have a lot of time to spread the defense out.
So Eric Hamill gains less than a yard. And Guinapero split her on the far side, the near sideline. And flags fly. Two linemen for Hand moved early.
That's too bad. Hand's tight end was over there, Chris Dorflinger, get a little excited. And maybe even with the wind, he couldn't quite hear the count up there, Ken.
Here we go, procedure against Hand. Tigers are penalized 5. Back to the 25. We keep it down. 2nd and 15 from the 25.
Second down and 15 for Hand. The ball's back at the 25. Hopkins is a motion man, and the ball is pitched to Hamill, who juggles it. Gains 5 yards, however.
Well, he kept that in front of him, and good thing. Able to bring it down when he hit the line, but he made 5 yards, 5.5. But
it was a toss to Eric Hamill, and the ball popped up in the air on him, but he brought it down.
This defense they've got working down there is keeping Hand pretty tight.
3rd and 10 for Hand. Gumkowski is going to be sacked in the backfield, and there's a flag down. There's a flag down in Hand's backfield.
Boy, that was one whale of a blitz going through there.
The penalty will be against Hand, however, it should be refused because that'll bring up 4th and long. I see no way that they would take this penalty, Frank, do you?
I wouldn't think so. But you never know. Some coaches have certain philosophies.
Penalty refused. 4th down.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Penalty is refused, and the Hand will be in punt formation. 4th and long at the 25. Dan Glenn back to punt.
Penalty is against Hand. It is refused. Hand in punt
Good
formation.
snap, and Glenn gets it out. A pretty good punt. Back to the 40, juggled. Now it's handed off. A reverse, and Matt Mesa wraps up his man short of the 50.
Nice job by Matt, staying with him.
Returns the punt to its 48. The Indians will start
Nice
from there,
job.
1st and 10.
I'm not sure if that was Mesa or Drennan. It looked like Andy Drennan when he came off the field. But the coverage is at about the 48. And North Haven has 3:41 before the half.
And good field position.
A lot of movement by both teams here before the ball is snapped, and a run to the left side. And that's a good ball carrier. He's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Eric Becker was the man. He came in, turned him inside, and got his arm on him as he slid by, slowed him up.
Chris Frey was also there, and Tom Malik.
Like to see that. That was good recovery, good read on that by Eric Becker.
No gain. North Haven's formation is strong to the near side of the field. Now they're going to run right up the middle. And a good run, about 6 or 7 yards up to the 45.
I know that pitch seemed to fake out some of the Hand players, but it was pretty obvious what he was doing. And again, it's hard to see when you're on the field. You get a whole different perspective, Ken.
3rd down and a long 3 for North Haven, just outside the 45.
Well, that last play went to number 20. This time it's time for number 11.
And their formation is strong to the right again. But it's run right up the middle.
Now they stuffed it.
And stopped short of a 1st down. Tom Malik is the first man there.
Big Tommy Mayhem Malik came through well on that.
43. It'll be 4th and a short 3.
The spot is up
Fourth
here.
down
for-
and only about 2 for North Haven, but they're at the 44. They do have a man back in punt formation.
Yeah, but
with
that's number
145.
11. Yeah, number 11. Watch out for the fake all
This
the
could
way.
be a fake. 140 left in the first half.
Yes.
He's going to run it.
Yes.
He's going to run it to the near side, and he's got the corner. And still running, finally taken out of bounds at the 30-yard line with a first down.
For the first down, knocked out of bounds at the hand.
Yeah, you can see that one pretty well and read that one. He did a nice job.
That was a
coming
good place to fake it, and it really didn't surprise anyone, but he still got the first down and plenty more.
Yeah, Hand was ready for it, but Hand was really expecting him to bring up the center. So when he got up there, he was starting towards the center. He saw there was nothing there, drove it to the right.
First down for North Haven at the 30, and a minute and a half left before the half is over. And run up the middle. Oh, man, bounces off. He's going to the outside, and that's dangerous. Heading for the end zone on the far sideline. He's going to take it in. So North Haven scores their second touchdown on a play that was totally plugged up in the middle, but their good ball carrier bounced it off and took it outside.
He did a spin move coming out. There was nothing, absolutely nothing there. He was stock dead, but no black shirts had their hands on him. He did a spin move coming off the pile, and there was nobody out there. Hands outside positions did not do the contain the way they needed to on that one.
So this kid's one of the better running backs we've seen all year, and he's made 2 consecutive big plays for North Haven. The last one was a touchdown.
He's good physically, and he's good smart, too.
And now he's going to kick the extra point. Puts it right through, so North Haven is ahead of Hand, 14-6 with 1:19 left before the half.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I think we've seen 100 yards by number 11 already in this game.
Jeff DeLucia, number 11 for North Haven, has been their whole attack tonight. He has run in 2 touchdowns. He does the kickoffs. He does the extra point kicks and puts it down to about the 20, and a good return by Hand. And Guinapero brings it back almost to midfield.
Danny G, nice job, Danny. Got into good field position for Hand. About a 30-yard run back.
Tigers from their own 47.
So Dan Guinapero brings it back. They spot it between the 46 and 47. And we're down to 1:12 left before the half. Mark Gumkowski all the way at quarterback, Damian Turton at fullback, Eric Hamill at tailback, and there's a long one aiming for Hopkins, intercepted and tackled by Hopkins down at about the 27.
Oh, man, that one was...
Double coverage on Tom Hopkins, not much place to get the ball to him.
With the interception.
Yeah, and that was a long ways down by the time it came to uncork that throw. And there again, you get the man of all seasons out there, DeLucia, with the interception. Holy
Did he make the interception too?
Yeah, he made the interception. His press agent's not going to have any trouble. They're selling him for Wheaties box stops and stuff, I think.
So North Haven gets the ball back. The clock is running. We're inside of 50 seconds left in the half. Motion man and quarterback is going to kneel down. They're going to let the clock run.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything down in this end of the field to risk having a handoff error or something like that, and getting the ball back even that deep down. That's the psychology here.
So the clock is running, and we're down to 20 seconds. So if he kneels down again, this will be the last play of the half, which he does. And that will run to the halftime of this game, but Hand has been shocked so far by a couple of big plays by Jeff DeLucia of North Haven.
That's exactly what they are, Ken. Big plays, and Hand has had trouble with that, but they can't let up at all because they've got to come back. Hand has come back a couple times so far this year. We know they have the fortitude to do that. Let's see what happens coming out of the locker room.
So we will take a break from football action and pick up the bands, the Daniel Hand High School Marching Band. And also they will be joined, I believe, by the Brown School Band. Mr. Clemens with the, Bill Clemens with the Brown School Band will join the high school band. that halftime performance by the Daniel Hand High School Band, led by Richard Fasano and Bill Clements with the Brown School Band. Hand will kick off to begin the second half to North Haven. Jim Willis has it teed up. It's a knuckleball that's going to go out of bounds.
Okay, now they get the choice whether they want to get a run back or they're going to take it on the 35. I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys. They've got a head of steam already rolling, so they may want to say, okay, kick it again. Give us another shot at it.
So we've seen a very good performance by one player on the other side so far, Jeff DeLucia, number 11, who scored both touchdowns, intercepted a pass, made a fake punt, pick up a first down on fourth.
Kick 2 extra points.
Kick 2 extra points.
Yeah, we have him for unofficially about 113 yards in the first half. Well eclipsing any single runner of Hand, although Hand has about that number of yards total.
So North Haven will take the ball at the 35 on the option of taking a penalty or getting at the 35. And the ball carrier is stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
Tim Hevesy is in there and Rob Mason.
The general consensus down on the field and up here is that Hand has to come through. They seem to, after that first drive where they absolutely dominated everything, they really seem to fall flat. And now they've got to just really fire up and hold this line all the way down.
So the first play from scrimmage for North Haven loses half a yard.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 from the 35.
And a pitch to the near side. Looks like it's going to be a pass play, and it's thrown a complete pass. Out of bounds, incomplete pass.
There's another interesting piece of variable you have out there with the
He throws a pass, too.
tailback option pass.
I believe he's a better runner than passer, however. That one got up in the wind and wobbled a bit.
That's right. Any touch pass tonight is really going to be affected by that, by the wind that we feel, and it's causing everybody's eyes to weep up here and all that tonight.
So 3rd down and 10 for North Haven. The receiver caught that pass, but he was sliding out of bounds at the time. Split backfield for North Haven, and now motion, and flag is going to throw. Flag thrown in North Haven's backfield. They took too much time to get it off.
It looks like they were going to try something fancy by putting the tailback in late or delayed motion, actually, coming from a slot position.
That was Jeff DeLucia, who lined up in a slot on the right side and went in motion. But by the time they got all that done, they had used up their allotted time.
I tell you, dollars to donuts, they were going to throw him a quick pass out there in the flank.
So 3rd and 15 for North Haven.
Same play on the side.
And they run up the middle, and a lot of black shirts there. They've got that one covered. Gain maybe a yard at most. But,
good stuff on Hand.
Rob Mason and Mike Anderson met the ball carrier on that play. 4th and long coming up.
4th and long.
Hope that psyched up Hand.
Winapero and Duggan are dropping back, anticipating a punt. And they're deep enough that they will probably punt this time instead of faking it. DeLucia gets the ball and he kicks it out. It's coming near the sideline, out of bounds at about the 38, 39,
40, 39.
39-yard line.
So the ball is blown out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I thought it looked like he was going to get a lot more out of that. The way he kicked it, he was trying to keep it low. But there again, the wind took it over a bit. All right, let's see how this offense is ready to fight now.
So Hand has got Hamill and Turton in the backfield behind Mark Gumkowski. And they're 2 scores down. Handed off to Turton. Turton's got a hole to get about 3 or 4.
All right, this is a matter of pride now. These Tigers have got to hunker down and make their blocks down there.
They've been outplayed for most of a half of this game, and the score reflects it.
Exactly. That first drive took 5 minutes, and in the first period, Hand scored because of complete dominance, but after that, they sputtered.
So they give him almost 4 yards, and Hamill carries the ball, and Hamill is he's going to be a couple yards short of a first down. He's tackled by five tacklers.
Five white shirts on him. Well, he got some positive momentum out of that, but he can't do it alone once he gets out there. It's got to have, these blocks have got to be held.
So Eric Hamill brings it up near the 48. It's third down and about 3. Hand it off to Dan Carroll, and Carroll may be just short of a first down.
Yeah, I think he probably is.
Stacked up near midfield. Close to a first down.
Yeah, where the referee got his foot down, that's a first down.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's probably where the ball actually was. So we'll take it.
First down for Hand at midfield. This is their first possession of the second half.
I think if
Trailing
you're
14-6.
Here we go, guys. Keep it going. A lot of momentum now.
Gumkowski rolling. Now he's going to bring it down. A man's got him by the shirt. Goes forward for a yard or two.
Yeah, the positive yard mark he's going to get on that is because of the throw down by the defensive player.
Up 1 to the 49.
Gains a little over 1 on that pass play attempt, but nobody open, so he kept the ball. 2 receivers split to the right. Gumkowski on a delay to Hamill, a big hole. And Hamill up the middle, still going, now across the 30.
All right.
First down, both another 10.
We love that one. That was Eric the way we like to see him.
That was about 18, 19 yards, Frank.
Yeah, and that's about 50% of what he got during the whole first half. And really, he was working hard, but the blocks just weren't there. The holes weren't there. So that'll get him up over 50. We had him for 37 in the first half of the game.
Ball to 29, first down Hand. And another delay by Hamill, another big hole. And Hamill takes it near the 20.
Again with the carry.
That's about 7 or 8.
There we go. We got about 7, 8 on that. Yeah, okay, good. Nice job. That hole opened up here on the left side. Here again, everybody at home that's not normally into the football and is watching this, and normally goes to the right. This last play came to the left.
Second down and almost 3, and there's Turton for a first down, heading inside the 5.
Almost.
Down about the 3. First down and goal.
Stop inside the 5.
Okay, that's about 15 for Damian.
Damian Turton, a big hole up the middle, and took it near the goal line.
Yeah, maybe closer to 20, I guess, really. Nice job. He really picked him up and laid him down on the way through there. It was a nice hole. You could see the angle on that hole right from up here.
So Hand got first and goal. And hand off to Turton, a big hole into the end zone. Touchdown, Hand.
That's Ham football! Nice block by Chris Dorfling in there from his tight end position. They're going for 2.
And we'll go for 2.
Now here's where the line has really got to step up.
They can tie this game up with 2 points.
1 point really doesn't do much good.
No, Tim Hevesy up over the wall. Turton and Hamill behind Gumkowski. And it's a pitch to Hamill to the right side. And Hamill into the end zone. 2-point conversion. This game is tied.
All right. Now that's the kind of hand football we like to see out there, gang.
There's some real blocking on the right side of the line that time, over where Rob Mason and Mike Anderson usually are.
Yeah, you bet. That's a matter of pride. Those guys have really got to stick it that way. They know they're the ones that are being counted on by their running backs. That's real hand football right there.
So in the first 4.5 minutes of the third quarter, Hand is right back to a tie game, new game.
Now we need to be able to see a defensive stance just like the last time.
I think somebody got the message in the halftime.
I hope so. Let's hope it's the Stains.
They took it to heart. They took that drive right at North Haven.
And well they should. Well they should.
Willis hits a low bouncer out of bounds again.
Yeah.
Goes out of bounds at about the 20.
There again, selection time. Do they want to get it on the 35? or are they going to have Hand kick it over again?
Looks like they're going to take the ball at the 35.
Yeah, Hand is very definitely keeping it away from, trying to keep it away from 11 and 20 if they can. As we said, we want to see defense like we did last time out.
Now we'll see if the defense is as fired up as the offense was there. Eric Hamill is in the game playing safety. Chris Spray and Tim Hevesy are the defensive end. It's going to be a run, a pitch to the right, coming to this side.
Bring him down.
Met by Tiny Tim, about a yard or two gain.
Hevesy and Malik particularly, and then Danny came in and iced him.
Tim Hevesy makes the tackle, gain a couple.
This is one of those things where you try to keep the other team less than 3 yards per carry. Just about got the 3 yards that time.
They got a good running back, and he was behind two blockers, but Hand didn't give him very much. Now this time, Jeff DeLucia splits wide to the left. He's all over the field.
It's a tight end.
And they're looking to throw to him. They're throwing to him out there where he's one-on-one with
Oh, jeez.
Funny tackle.
Nice tackle.
Gumkowski brings him down, but they put the good ball carrier out on the flat where he could get the ball quickly. And he's a good one in one-on-one.
He really is. He can bob and weave with the best of them out there. I'll tell you, they got that first down. It looked like Hand was going to stop him, but wherever that man goes, you got to be alert for something happening to him.
Now he's split wide right. First down for North Haven at the 47. And that's going to be an encroachment.
Well, that's Rob, the brick mason, getting into motion a little bit too early.
Rob Mason got across the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
They may have tried to draw him off with the change in the cadence.
First and 5 at the 41. Man in motion to the near side. They're going to run near side.
Oh, missed the contain.
Man turns the corner, got a big hole, and takes it down for a first down inside the 35.
Well, the last two plays, Gumkowski had to make the saving tackle on both of them. Good thing he was out there, big boy, he can bring him down. But that time, Hand lost the contain on the sweep to this side.
That's interesting that where North Haven is going right now is wide.
Yes.
On Hand, both sides of the field.
Open it up for number 11. Now where he's lining up. Of course, at some point they're going to use him for a decoy.
First down and 10 for North Haven at the 30.
Now look at this.
Another quick pass over here to number 11, and he's not going to get much on that one.
No.
Guinapero has got his man hemmed in on the near side, the short side of the field.
That was a mirror image of the play we saw earlier when he got the first down for him. So that one wasn't a real fooling play, but I'll tell you, that's a dangerous play. If they try that too much, that's pickable. And the
about a 3-yard gain on the completed pass.
Yeah, they pick on the G-man. He's likely to get one of those and go for it. Where's number 11? Okay, mirror image again now of this last play. Somebody's got to be on him in good stead out there.
Well, the play looks like it's going to the left this time, and it is. And there's Dan Carroll makes the tackle.
Nice job, Danny Carroll. Okay, that was the case where number 11 was used as a decoy to draw a couple of the wide people out with him, kind of give a little more running room for the tailback coming in.
Eric Becker took on the blocker, and Dan Carroll right behind him was able to make the tackle.
That's the teamwork you've got to do. You know that blocker's coming out there, and somebody's going to have to take him on and hopefully slide him. And Eric did a little bit. He kind of slid him enough to slow him down slightly, so Carroll could make the hit.
3rd and 6 at the 26. Play this time is strong to the right.
Same.
Hevesy drives his man back.
Yes.
No gain there. Tim Hevesy bowled over the blocker and the ball carrier.
Yeah, he almost got 2 for the price of 1 that time.
I think he tackled them both, one with each arm.
Yeah. And he can do it if anybody can. 4th down, though. This is not kicking territory again. if he comes to line up is kicking this
North
thing.
Haven takes its first time out of the half.
Who took it? North Haven did?
Frank, this is a big play for Hand to stop. It's 4th down and about 7, and the ball's at the 27.
Very, very big play. Number 11's way out there on the left side.
And motion is toward the left. Quarterback is looking to throw, however, down here. Incomplete, overthrown. Hand gets the ball back. I'm down.
Well, I would say that that's a little bit, you don't have to worry real badly on that long pass. Here again, they were throwing, and the wind is going to pull that ball in the direction that they were throwing that. So the lead has to be real good Kentucky windage there.
And that's exactly what the quarterback did there. He put it up in the air, and the wind took it and overthrew it by quite a bit.
Looked like Tommy Malik was going to try to blitz on that thing too, but he didn't get through.
Hand with the ball back at the 27. 5:23 left, third quarter, and the score is tied. Handoff up the middle in a big hole. Damian Turton takes it for about 12 yards.
Damian the Turk powers his way through. Got some good blocking again. That's the way the hand line has got to take over. The Mason, Mikey Likes It Anderson, Tiny Tim, the Submarine.
First down for Hand, just outside the 40.
All right, from the 40.
Gumkowski pitches to Hamill to the right side. Hamill breaks the line of scrimmage. Hamill gains 9 yards. Pushed out of bounds.
Nice sidestepping out there and continued forward motion by the Hammer.
Eric Hamill takes it for 9 yards, and in front of him all the way to the sideline was Andy Drennan blocking.
That man can pull. Sometimes they want us to call him the dentist, the way he pulls.
Second and short for Hand, they need a yard. And it's handed off to Turton. Turton's got a first down. Down to the 47.
There we go. Control that line.
So Hand's offense in the second half has come out storming, and they're taking it right at North Haven.
Hand's game plan hasn't changed any. They're just saying now execute.
Basically what Hand is saying, here we come, let's see you stop it. Tom Hopkins in motion, handoff to Turton. Turton breaks the line of scrimmage and still going forward. And he's got about 7 or 8
A
yards.
little bit of help from his friends. Chris Dorflinger was helping pull him along.
Picked up a 7, 2nd and 3.
A lot of good leg drive out there by Damian.
Damian Turton gained 7 yards when he should have gained about 3.
Yeah, and that would have been generous with the 3. I'll tell you, he really kept those leg drives pushing there.
Second down for Hand at the 40. And it's pitched to Hamill. Hamill's got a big hole. Now the ball is loose. And it looks like Turton may have covered it. Damian Turton recovers it.
And
The ball is stripped from Eric Hamill, but Hand recovers at the 30.
Boy, that was helmet on ball, knocking it out, jarring it loose. But that's the second time that's happened. The first time went over to North Haven. This time Hand was lucky enough to have Turton right there and quickly snapping it up.
Damian Turton beat a North Haven man to the ball on the ground. And Gumkowski keeps the ball going forward.
Keep your hand on
And
it.
he's got a good 5 yards.
No.
Finally, they throw him down.
No. You don't do that.
The referee standing right there watching, but
They can hear that just as well as anybody can on the whole field when they're down there. And I'll tell you, they should get a warning by the referees on that.
Gain of 5.
I thought they also hit Hamill kind of late when he was over on the other side, too, when he went out of bounds.
so on a quarterback keeper, Mark Gumkowski gains about 6. Gumkowski a delay to Hamill, and Hamill gains it only about 2 that time.
Not very much there that time.
Takes it down to 23.
Little deception Hand tried to pull in that one, and the white shirts didn't bite on the deception. And again, the guy's trying to shadow Hamill stayed at home because he hadn't made his move yet.
Third down and almost 4 for Hand. The ball's at about the 24, and that's Damian Turton. Turton got a first down across the 20.
Kind of slow on those whistles out there. I hate to see somebody get injured because that's sort of a big pile, and going backwards is the time young men can get hurt, and don't want to see that.
And again, Andy Drennan pulled and was right ahead of Turton, taking it all the way to the 18.
You know, we don't mention Andy enough either on these. We talk about him, we talk how he submarines, we talk how he pulls and does a great job, but it's still not enough.
Mark Gumkowski all the way at quarterback, hand off to Turton, a big hole, and Turton got a good gain up the middle, slanting over the middle of the line. Damian Turton got about 5.
Keep on going. A lot of field over here to the left now, Ken. Everything's going right up the center, but a lot of field here to the left.
The ball is inside the 14. We've got a minute and a half left in the third quarter. High score, pitch wide to Hamill. Hamill has got a first down.
Yeah!
Hamill inside the 10.
Hammer and Eric Hamill, look at that. We love it, gang. There again, he followed the big tanks up front.
He needed to get to the 9 for a first down, and they're going to put that ball down at about the 7. About the 8, I guess. First down for Hand, first and goal. Gumkowski is Gumkowski all the way, bounces off a tackler, takes it in. Hand takes the lead.
Second and third effort there, too, Ken.
Gumkowski rolled out right behind Rob Mason and Mike Anderson and Chris Dorflinger and took it into the end zone.
You know, and I love that play, too, because you also saw Damian the Turk go through there as the first man through the hole, and he is an extra blocker at that point, and then you roll the quarterback in behind it. I love it.
Jim Willis in to try the conversion. Snap back, placement, kick up.
Yeah, Jimmy, baby!
Good. He puts it almost to second base in the Little League field.
Oh! Any more, and that would have been over in the swamp. All right, guys, that's the way we talk about Hand football. Keep it going, Hand. Well, we're going to see the same thing. We're going to see a squib kick of some sort. But let's see if the...
349, 620.
So Hand has come storming back in the third quarter with 2 scores to take the lead 21-14 over North Haven. Jim Willis to kick off again. And another low kick. And it's touched and picked up at the 20. Now run back and knocked down inside the 30. Dorflinger and Hopkins and Gumkowski are there.
All right, that was a good kick. Again, doing the thing they want, a medium range kick. Get the ball bouncing around, have it hard to handle. Give the pursuit time to come on down. I was wondering a little bit if they were going to do a handoff on that, though. To number 11, he was right there.
North Haven finds themselves 1 touchdown behind in the last minute of the third quarter.
Still plenty of time from their standpoint. I don't think you'll see them open up too badly, but you got to watch number 11, as we said, all night long.
And that's going to be a run to the far side. Number 11 is there. And he is cut down by Frey.
Stay at home, Frey. That a baby.
Chris Frey drops his man for about a 4-yard loss.
He camped out right in the position he was supposed to, just in case something like that transpires. And he did a nice tackle on it, right down the basics like he's going through a shoot.
So Jeff DeLucia, running out of the slot in motion, was going around the left side and was tackled for a loss. This should be the last play of the third quarter. a pitch to the left, and tackle over there for another loss, about another 2-yard loss.
Mr.
And
Becker, Mr. Frey, Mr. Anderson.
That runs out the third quarter with 2 consecutive losses by Jeff DeLucia trying to run against Hand's defense, which is fired up.
What do you think, kid? No more Mr. Nice Guy out there right now, I guess.
We switch into the field to begin the fourth quarter with Hand leading North Haven 21-14. North Haven with 3rd and 14 at the ball at the 25.
What did I say, Ken? Where are they going to put number 11 on this play? Wide side far. All right. There it is, looking on him all the way. Blitz that quarterback!
Quarterback keeps and he's sacked. Rob Mason and Hevesy actually hemmed that play in, and Rob Mason made the tackle.
The whole village, not just the brick house or the commercial building, the whole village fell on him that time.
On that series of downs, Frank, they ran the ball 3 times. They lost yardage all 3.
All 3 times. You're absolutely correct. And not only that, but number 11 was going out, good coverage on him. The quarterback had his eye, was telegraphing all the way. Finally saw, hey, I can't get it out there in this wind. All right, watch out for the funny stuff. Don't think they'll do it from this position.
4th and long at the 20. And he's going to punt it. Punted it to the far side.
Let it drop.
Bounce it sideways.
Nice
let it roll.
Nice bounce.
And it gets only up to about the 44, so Hand in good position.
Yeah, you want to rush the kicker enough to make him really kind of hurry the ball, and he did that time. Hand didn't really go in too hard on him, but enough to make him kind of hurry his kick. But that got a good bounce for him.
And he kicked it over on the far side of the field and kind of into the teeth of this gale blowing up here.
Well, let's see.
Hand with the ball at the 44.
See if these guys are still lean and mean down there.
There's Turton met in the backfield. No gain there. He's going to be stopped for a yard loss. Damian Turton.
Okay, that was just simply a case, I think, of kind of pulling really quickly, and the play handoff didn't make it quite as fast as normal. Good movement by the defense that time, though.
2nd down and 11 at the 45 for Hand. 10.5 minutes left in this ball game, and Hand's ahead 21-14. And flags fly all over the place.
That's 3 of those we've seen tonight. Doesn't happen often. Could be again a matter of the wind, or just real anxiety on the guys to do the job right. That probably was a case where the tight end was supposed to go into a hook block on a play coming to this side.
2nd and 16 for Hand. And Gumkowski hands off to Hamill up the middle for a big gain. He's still going to need about 7 or 8. Now he gained 6, and he's going to need about 9 more for a first down. Third and long for Hand at the 44. Hopkins in motion, Gumkowski rolling to the right, and Gumkowski's going to try to run. He's got some yardage, but he's pushed out of bounds, short of a first down.
I couldn't quite see from when I was looking at what he's about 36-yard line. Well, this is doable.
That will bring up a 4th down for Hand, and the ball's at the 37.
It'll be 4th and 3.
4th and a long 3 for Hand, and they will go for it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, tight end's over on the left-hand side. I almost think that's the way
Dan
they'll go.
Carroll in at fullback. Eric Hamill gets the ball at the tailback, and Hamill right near the first down.
Yes.
He may have it, Frank. What do you think?
I think so. I think that's a matter of spot, but I think it looks plenty to me.
He needed 4 yards, and he gained 5. First down Hand.
I know Eric's not going to be real happy so far with his production, but you know, he's doing well this half particularly. I think he's up around 75 yards.
They picked up a long 4th down there right behind the strength of their running attack. And the first man breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and fights his way inside the 30.
Let me
That's the
tell you.
fullback that carried that one.
Yeah, who was fullback this
And
time?
that was Turton.
Okay, Damien got the call that time. Let me tell you, he was hit at the line of scrimmage by the two biggest men on their team, number 50 and number 77. Well, number 50, as I said, the guy up here tells us that he really is 330 pounds.
He gained a little over 4 on that first down run. Hopkins motion. Gumkowski running, and Gumkowski is tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, that didn't fool anybody. He did a nice job, the linebacker, coming through on that.
So 3rd and 6 for Hand.
A little bit of a misdirection play on that, and we made some good yardage with it earlier, but didn't help this time.
Turton and Hamill behind Gumkowski, and Gumkowski's looking to throw. He's being pressured from behind. Throws it incomplete.
Incomplete. Caught out of bounds.
It was caught out of bounds by Dan Guinapero. He wasn't much out of bounds.
No, he sure wasn't. That's almost even a timing thing. Did he catch the ball and then go out of bounds, or? Well, seemed to me like he touched down, but
That will bring up 4th down and 6 for Hand, and the ball's at the 28. And that deep, they will go for it.
yeah, this is a case that if you kicked it, it'd probably go out, and you only get a 20-yard line anyway.
Gumkowski rolling to the left, and now a short pass, almost caught.
Pass is complete.
Yeah, it is caught. One-handed catch by Damian Turton, but he's going to be stopped a yard short.
Did a nice job on that, but he had no chance of being able to pull it in and take it down further. So it'll turn over on downs, but nonetheless, Hand drove him back and took a bunch of time off the clock.
That was a great catch by Turton over there. He reached back and made a one-handed catch, but he was not able to get enough yardage for the first down, so North Haven gets the ball back.
Yeah, that pass was really behind him. It's designed to go a little bit further to the left on that, but hey, when you're under pressure, it's hard to do that.
North Haven with the ball back, first down at the 25, when we have 7:40 left in the ball game.
And then we'll have a redraw.
Quarterback looking to throw across the middle, complete pass, and a first down. Tackled by Dan Carroll, but about a 12-yard gain.
Tight end slant, wide open, coming across the seam of the linebackers. Between the linebackers in that zone.
That brings the ball out to the 37 for North Haven.
Indians pick up a first down at their own 37.
Quarterback rolling to the near side, looking to throw. And now he's going to run it. And tackled from behind, brought down from behind
Chris Frey, nice
by
job.
Chris Frey, who came all the way across the field, it looked like, on that play.
Yeah, that was designed as an option too. Again, number 11. He was slotted in tight, but moved out about 6 yards, then came parallel to the line. And the quarterback wanted to get it to him, but didn't have enough room, and he was already over the line of scrimmage.
That was a 5-yard gain. We're inside of 7 minutes left in this game, and this game is a long ways from being decided.
Intensity must maintain.
Quarterback rolling right, looking to throw. Now he's got room to. Mac Dolan gets a hand on it and knocks it away from the receiver over there.
Yeah, he almost had a chance to intercept that. Just a little bit high for him. Let me tell you.
That was Jeff DeLucia they were aiming at for there to try to isolate him on the sideline.
Yeah, kind of, that's one of those plays too. What you're doing is kind of hiding the player in the sidelines. I don't know if you recognize, a lot of people don't, but sometimes it'll work. The safeties don't quite pick him up real well as he gets over and kind of hides right on the sideline with the rest of the jerseys.
3rd and 5 for North Haven at the 41.
486-83.
It's a big play for Hand to stop, and here comes the receiver on the far side, and he's brought down only a yard gain. Dan Guinapero makes the tackle. That'll bring up 4th down and about 4 for North Haven.
Oh, that shark face, Susie, here, dear. That's Mac the Knife.
I'm not sure Hand is sure that this will be punted either.
No, I'm not sure either. You know, you might put Gwinny back there, or just let it go. Let it kick and go.
We're down to 6 minutes left in the game, but their best player is their punter and also a runner. He's already faked one punt tonight.
You might take an option to pass it, too.
He's going to punt it.
Let it go.
And nobody back there. And boy, it's going to take a roll.
Oh, it's taking a...
It's going to roll all the way to the 6-yard line.
Well, you gamble on whether you should have somebody back there or not, but hey, now this again is a chance when you got to appeal to the pride of that line to control it and bring it down the field.
So
Because if you do it right this time, Kent, you keep control of that, you can chew that clock away.
We've got a little over 5.5 minutes left in the ball game, and Hand is down at about the 6 or 7.
6-yard line.
Hand it off to Hamill, and there's a flag in on the play. That flag was thrown way back in North Haven's backfield.
Yeah, and you don't know what that could be. Usually you expect them at that time to mean holding, you know, on a block. If it does, it's going to really push Hand back.
That's going to be a holding call against Hand.
Penalty is against Hand for holding.
Probably a takedown is what happened on that. When you're trying to open a hole like that, the offensive blocker comes around and try to turn the defensive player away from where your man is heading. A lot of times you end up with a takedown, and you can't do that. Be half the distance to the goal anyway, or take the down. So that'll put it back around the 4-yard line, or a 3-yard line, really.
So they will march it off half the distance to the goal against Hand back to the 4. But they get the down over.
Here again, this is kind of a maturing capability for the line. And you control it, guys.
It's going to make first down again and about 13.
This is where they earn their grinder.
There's a misdirection, handed off to Hamill. Hamill takes it across the 5, back to about the 7.
Okay, so it's going to be, well, I guess he got maybe a half a yard on that, so he got back to 3 on the penalty and a foot.
Second down and a long 9 for Hand. And a pitch to the right to Hamill. Hamill breaks the line of scrimmage, takes it up to about the 13.
All right, nice
Well
job.
short of a first down.
He came through that. There wasn't much of a hole there, but it was, and he got himself some good yardage off it.
That will bring up a third down, about 4 for Hand. They need 4 yards to keep this drive going.
3rd and 3, Hand from its 14.
So this is a big offensive play for Hand. And hand it off to
Oh, nice.
Carroll, and he's got the first down.
He should have it. Where that foot is
That's
down.
not Carroll, that's Turton. Damian Turton picks up the first down.
Nice job, Chuck.
And that gives them a fresh set of downs with 4 minutes left in this ball game. Hand leading by only 7 points.
On top of that, he covered the ball up well, knowing that they're going to be trying to strip it.
And there's the first man through. Yeah, breaks the line of scrimmage and takes it up to the 25. That's Turton.
He almost was able to break that. He was slowing down hard, and DeLucia came in, just barely got him before he was breaking loose.
That's about a 6-yard gain to the 25. Gumkowski is going to keep it. He's not going to get much. He'll get to the 25, and that's it. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're going to have to take that play back to the drawing boards. It's twice in a row that hasn't worked. Same effect both times.
Here's another 3rd and 4. And Hamill gets the ball. Hamill gets the first down.
First down, all right.
Hamill picks up the first down this time. Takes it up to the 33. A new set of downs with 3 minutes left in the game.
That's the way we want it right now. 3.4 yards per carry, Ken.
Hand it off to Damian Turton, who gains nothing that play.
Well, probably loss of a half a yard, probably.
Damian Turton, Matt right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's see, Hand has ran that same play every time on first down now during this series, so the on-field captain down there is probably calling it that way. He set up too much of a similar rhythm. Got to do something to throw off the balance now.
They lost about a half a yard on that play, and the run this time by Eric Hamill, and Hamill goes forward for about 7 or 8 across the 40.
That's what I mean by wanting to kind of change the rhythm a little bit. Been either dive up the center or off to the side on the right.
We have a timeout by North Haven before the next play, and that's going to bring up a third down and close to 3 for Hand at the 40.
Plus, that's the second timeout that they've called, I think.
Frank, we picked up 2 big third downs on this drive with 2 minutes left in the ball game. Hand needs 3 yards here.
Yeah, and I'm sure the defense is going to really work on it.
And there's a run up the middle, and he should have it.
Okay, it'll be been a little on the spot.
Damian Turton running hard near the 45, first down.
Yes. Boy, oh boy, they had DeLucia too. As they call, had him right up in there.
Damian Turton playing a big game tonight. First down near the 45. And another run right up the middle, and the man is still going. And Turton.
Did his knee go down? Oh, they're calling it down there anyway.
Chris Dorflinger was carrying him there a little way.
Chris trying to give a little help to his friend.
So they take it down near the 45, and that's going to be close to another first down.
Yeah, they're giving it.
They got it.
Well,
Referee says first down.
No mistakes now, no mistakes. Oh, got to measure it. Well, that's the right of the coach on the other side. He's not going to give it away.
Well, the referee signaled first down, but now the North Haven team requested a measurement.
That's right.
And Hand is going to have the first down by the length of the ball.
Length of the ball is right, Ken. First down again, 1:24 showing.
So Hand is hoping now to maybe get about one more first down and grind out the clock. North Haven has 1 first down left, or 1 timeout left, excuse me.
They normally are going to want to take that when they have the ball, but if Hand is able to run the clock out, they can't let it stand because it's no good having that timeout when you go into the locker room.
Mark Gumkowski over Tim Hevesy at center, and a run up the middle to Damian Turton. One man tackling him, one trying to take the ball away from him.
There goes that last timeout.
North Haven burns their last timeout with 1:02 left in the game. Well, Frank, this game is not over yet. We have 1:02 left on the clock. Hand has second down and 9.
Gonna see some crashing by defense.
And there's a run by Damian Turton, who goes forward for a couple of yards. And the clock is going to roll while they in pile.
Yeah, no opportunity to stop it out there by North Haven now. So Hand will run this thing right down. Hand may even take a penalty.
Inside a minute to play.
So the clock is running. Hand comes out. We're at about 30 seconds left.
Like to chew about 6 or 8 seconds off this
And there's a
time.
run by Turton right up the middle. And the play is blown dead. They're trying to take the ball away from him.
Nobody can stop the clock. It's running. Hand has the
Clock
ball.
is running. The ball is down to the 42, but more importantly, the clock is down to 10 seconds and running.
We love it. Hard-fought game. Laps by
Last couple of
hand.
seconds. Daniel Hand wins this 7th game of the season against a tough North Haven team who had only one loss coming into this. They were 5-1. Now Hand is 7-0 in a good position to keep it going.
That's right, and that's going to keep them, as far as the state standings go, up in number 1 in M schools, I would say, because still the only undefeated team now in the M class.
So this is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff and Paul Sprague on the camera at the end here. Steve Fust on the camera for the 7th game of the season at Strongfield, where Hand beats North Haven 21-14.
Mark, you know, I'm just sitting here. We're getting ready for this on-field interview after a fabulously hard-fought game. And you've got a lot of monkeys in the background out there on occasion, huh?
Yep.
Isn't that a funny, you know, what the heck? But anyway, what would you like to say about this game from your perspective, behind the center and looking across the line at what was facing you?
Well, I mean, I saw that we were able to run in the middle a lot, and I saw that the middle was just wide open, and we tried to go around outside, but that wasn't working. So I go, Coach, why don't we run the ball inside? And we did the second half, and that was working. So we stuck with that, and it was great.
Well, was there anything particularly different done second half other than that than the first half, when the first drive was really fabulous, went well, and then we sputtered?
I think it was just we were out. We didn't have the intensity up or anything, and then the second half we actually knew we had to get up there, and we stuck it to them.
Well, that was a great job, and again, the line did a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular guys you'd like to point out, or?
Rob Mason, Mike Anderson, Andy. I mean, the whole line. I can't really say it, but the whole line just came alive in the second half. I mean, I can't single one guy out there. They were just coming alive, and they were great.
Well, you know, Mark, from up in the press box, you see it one way, but you see it a lot different from where you are. So I imagine it's kind of nice to get behind all that beef down there.
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, once they, I saw it breaking 5 yards, and I was just like, all right, 5 yards sputters. That's going to be great. We'll chew up the clock and everything. It's great.
Well, that's the way to have it, with all that control in there. And it was a great win, Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
We want to thank you very much for coming over and saying hello and having a chance to see that handsome face of yours.
Thank you. See you later.
We'll see you. Everybody, now we got the G-Man here in front of us, number 88. Goes both ways on the field as the wide receiver and a corner last couple of games. Danny Guinapero, Mr. G-Man. Glad to have you in front of the camera with us. Yeah, how about this game tonight? Any comments about number 11 as you saw him?
He's a great player. He's a very great player. And, he got us on a couple plays, and then the second half, we totally came out. We were like asleep in the first half. I don't know what was going on. We came out second half. We were ready to play. We were ready to stop. That's what we luckily did.
Well, let me tell you, we just brought in Damian here too. So from the two of you guys' standpoint, if you don't mind, I know that the locker room is kind of a secret place, but who got up to say what in the locker room?
It's basically all of us.
Sophomore stuck up though.
Sophomores.
Really?
Nicky Ricano, he stuck up.
Nicky Ricano, wonderful.
Yeah.
Ricano started saying stuff just to make all the seniors start taking their leadership, and they really kicked in. And the offense, third quarter was electric. Couldn't be stopped.
Okay, we got to move the mic back and forth a little bit here between the two of you guys. As I said, we have Damian in here, number 28, and the neat thing is, from everybody at home, you don't get to see the gentlemen without their helmets off. So here they are right here, great-looking bunch of guys, you know, next to an ugly old man like me. But, you know, it's exciting to be here after 21-14 and that sort of thing there. But let's go to Damian for a minute. Damian, 106 yards tonight, I guess is unofficial right now. Beautiful job, very, very hard to do. What kind of things were you seeing from being in there?
Well, the first half, we were running our trap, you know, just like usual, but I think I was missing the holes or whatever. They were there, but I wasn't cutting it back enough. In the second half, it was more the same stuff, except I was looking for the lanes back more, I guess. But more or less, the holes were there more or less the whole game. So.
Do you think so? Because they didn't look like they were quite there during the first half.
Well, I think I might have been running into the pile more, where I could have bounced it outside more, but the line was blocking but they really did get it going second half more.
Well,
They definitely sensed a lot different.
We saw a few things a little different starting the game. There was passing a little bit earlier. I think, Danny, didn't you get a pass early on? And that's what. How about this one that was late in the game? Were you out of bounds or what? Do you know?
Yeah, I was out.
You were out. Okay,
That's a little bit, but it didn't work.
that's being honest about it and everything. So again, number 11 was also out there on defense, and he was getting closer and closer to the line during the latter part of the game. Did you happen to have him come up on you very much, Damien?
Yeah, the first half I got an earful because they're running toss my side a lot and wasn't quite feeling it. It's like we're doing all week of practice like they were telling us to, and we got a wake-up call, and we just started taking out lead blocker and all that.
Here's the Knife right here. If anybody recognizes his handsome face from last week. Who do you have here, Knife?
This is my cousin, Jeanette. Say hi. Jeanette, say hi.
This.
What?
This is Jeanette. Is she a football fan or is she a cheerleader fan?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Oh, that's adorable. She's really neat. Everybody, look at Tommy Malik came in here. Tommy doesn't get on here very much either. And we never interviewed.
I know, you never interviewed.
All right, well, stand right here. How much tape do we have left there, Paul? About an hour and a half? Okay, we got an hour and a half in front of the camera if you want, Tommy. You can talk for an hour. Okay, Mr. Linebacker. Expected to see a little more blitzing tonight. From my standpoint, did not see it. Is there a particular reason for that?
Well, I think because DeLucia has such breakaway speed, we were afraid if he got to the outside with me blitzing, be off to the races. We really need to be scraping over to the outside, making the play, rather than blitzing up the middle, because we're most vulnerable outside.
That's true. Yeah, okay. That's understandable. How about trying to bring the guy down? It looked like he was pretty hard for the first period.
He was a really good runner. I mean, he was great. You can't get 11 guys to the ball, which we did not do in the first half. And you got to get 11 guys, and that's how we won the second half, because we did in the second half.
I was kind of interested in the plays where they would take number 11 and split him out and gave him a couple of quick dump passes out there. Was that a surprise to you, or were you able to react to that?
No, I knew he was going to be all over the field. I mean, he plays tight end, split end, tailback, fullback, so we were ready for all that. We practiced it all week in practice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're ready for that.
Who on the demo team was playing his position?
Little Nicky Ricano.
No, really? All right. No wonder he was fired up in the locker room, they said, huh? To bring him down. Okay.
He's a good kid.
Good. Well, you know, Tommy, we've seen you all year long in that middle linebacking position, doing some great jobs out there. And I think from myself and all the fan side, we'd like to thank you an awful lot for it. Glad we had a chance to get you here on the camera.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations for a great game, big guy. See you now.
After you've interviewed about half of the ball team out here after this game, a tough win for Han and a very good one to take them to 7-0.
Yeah, it really is. But, you know, I'd like to say something a little bit bigger, and this is about Madison Cable TV just a little bit. And this whole thing about having community access to this, to me, really comes home when we see the spontaneity of the young men. Mac the Knife feeling good enough to come up in front of a camera with his little niece. I think that's tremendous. I don't know how many people saw it last week after the Sheehan game, but we had Eric Hamill was interviewed by Channel 8. And when he was on Channel 8, he did a tremendous job. Not to say anything other than when they get a chance to be in front of here, this is one more avenue of where we get a chance to help teach these guys something, and other than just being on the football field. I think, Kent, that's something that members of the board of the Madison Cable, like yourself and Steve Fust, really ought to be kind of congratulating yourselves for.
Well, thank you. It's fun watching football games any way you cut it. So we will wrap it up at this point. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff and Paul Sprague and Steve Fust on the camera tonight, where Han wins their 7th game of the year against North Haven, 21-14. And next week they play at Hill House Saturday afternoon. The following week they play at Brantford, and then they close on Thanksgiving against Guilford.
All day games from now on out, Ken.
No more Friday night games this year. So good night for Han football and Madison Community Television.
Good night.